Welcome back to another edition of the Rawlings MVC First Pitch. And our trip around the Missouri Valley Conference takes us to Chicago, and Sean McDermott with UIC recently completed visit to Carbondale. In your maiden voyage, Coach, in the Missouri Valley Conference, it was a tough one on the road. You knew it'd be tough anyway, but just kind of reflect on what happened over the weekend and what you need to do to get straightened out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we showed our best baseball for sure, but you have to credit Southern Illinois for being a big part of the reason we didn't. I thought we really were somewhat passive offensively on Saturday, which we just didn't create many scoring opportunities, and their pitching had something to do with that. But it was kind of not really indicative of who we are as an offense. I thought we pitched it fine. Obviously, some positives coming out of that. Brandon Bach was outstanding, 8 innings of one-run baseball and really kept them off balance and gave us an opportunity. And we just did not have any consistent offensive push on Saturday to really create any offense or really even threaten them at all. On Sunday, I thought we did a much better job on offense on Sunday, created scoring opportunities. But then we got hurt with the long ball, and we had the 1 inning where we're unraveled. But leading up to that point, we're in a really good game against a really good opponent in a league that's going to challenge us every week. So I think there's a lot of things that we need to look at and we need to improve on, but there's some things that we need to take out of this and say, hey, we're not that far off. But in order to compete for a title, we're a ways off from that right now. We just have to get back to being who we are and get better at playing baseball.
And you've been around long enough to know that 3 games is not a season make, but when it's at the very beginning of the season, you see that in front of the win column. What do you just as simple as saying, hey, we got to play better baseball and let's just move forward?
Yeah, I don't think we've played pretty good baseball up until this point, and I think going into the opener, I think we may have put a little bit too much pressure on ourselves to perform. And I do think it's just us getting back to being us. We've being our location, we've been on the road a lot. We've been on the road for 5 of the first 6 weeks. And the 1 weekend we were supposed to play at home, we got snowed out. So we've only played 2 home games. So I think getting in a routine of playing more home games and balance of being at home and on the road is going to help us. But we got to get healthy on the mound, and we also have to get some of our players that we were relying on offensively to get going here. And that's been a little bit of a struggle for us.
It seems to me like ever since you've been at UIC, and that's been back to all the way to the late 90s, you guys have really stressed defense, and you're really good again this year defensively. I think your fielding percentage is like 980 or something like that. In this era of baseball, not only in college, but all the way up to the big leagues, do you think sometimes defense gets overlooked or swept under the rug as far as importance? And what have you done to keep it to the forefront of all your players' minds?
Well, we take a lot of pride in our defense, and we just if we're gonna pitch it better, you got to pick it up better. And if you're gonna have good pitching, you have to be able to play defense behind it and be able to recruit good pitching. You got to be able to sell that too. So it's something we take great pride in. We want to play a clean game, and we don't want to give our opponents extra outs. And in that series this weekend, there was numerous times where they had opportunities to really break the game open early, and we came up with some pretty good defensive plays to limit the damage or to really eliminate the threat. So I think for me, I'm a defensive infield guy, and I always want to put a high emphasis on playing really good defense.
So you got Western Illinois in the midweek and another tough opponent in Indiana State, another upper echelon team in the Missouri Valley Conference. So one way or the other, you're going to find out where you stack up, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing like getting thrown into the fire here. And I think it's good for us. I think we have to be able to go in and learn how to grind in these weekends, and no better chance than to learn how to grind against probably the ultimate grinders, Indiana State. I mean, they really know how to play. They're going to pitch. They're going to play defense. They're going to pressure you nonstop for 9 innings. And it's a really good challenge for our guys to just let's play 9 innings of baseball and let's see where we end up at the end.
Best of luck this week and weekend and beyond in the Missouri Valley Conference, Sean. Appreciate you.
Shane, thanks a lot for having me.
You bet. All right. Next time on the next edition of the MVC Rawlings First Pitch, we'll talk Illinois State baseball with Steve Holmes.